Family, how are you? Again, Sisters Vegan is here. And we're here, to tell you about what Ghana borders reopen. Can I just say Ghana borders reopen? Let my people go. Yeah, it's been a lot going on in these last 2 years since, all of this going on around the world. So, according to news as last night from our president, so what we notice now is the Ghana government risks opening its land borders as the economy tumbles. That was the news today in the newspapers you read right across the world. That was the headline. Ghana government risks opening land borders as the economy tumbles. Now, I don't know how true or false that is because I'm not in government. I don't have the books. But hey, that's a very serious accusation, world. I guess you know better than we. But let's see. Ghana has decided after 2 years, Nana Akufo-Addo, the president of Ghana, had closed the land borders over 2 years ago. And they've been closed to land as well as to sea. Only thing was open was air, but that just opened like in the last 2 years. But before everything was closed, the land, by sea, and by air. So he decided last night, I guess, after what this headline says, the Ghana government risks opening land borders as the economy tumbles. Good observation. How true or false it is, I don't know. Again, so let's just present it as we see it. The president said last night he deciding because some people say because pressure from the left, from the opposing side, that we're losing money, bleeding money. So the president decided to reopen the borders because the Ghana government says that the economy is struggling to recover after the pandemic. I think every nation is really, I'm not going to just put that on Ghana, but I think every nation is. There's a whole lot going on. It's the new world order. What can you say? The fittest of the fittest will survive, and that's just where we're at. The fittest of the fittest shall survive. It's called big fish and sprat. That's what they say in Jamaica. Big fish and sprat. Yeah. So the president has decided to reopen the borders because the economy seems to be tumbling, according to the world. And it says Ghana has increased its budget deficit and its debt levels. Now that's true fact. We looked that up. Ghana has increased its budget deficit and its debt levels. And its overall financial health has not bounced back. I mean, the big economies in the West have not bounced back. They haven't bounced back. Inflation is high as it's been in the last 40 years. People are paying an arm and a leg. Housing prices are up. Car prices are up. Food prices are up. Everything is up but the paycheck. And even that little increase that the people receive, inflation ate it all up. So it's like, you put in one brick and they take out two. Sort of like Pharaoh saying, give me some bricks without straw. It's almost impossible, but it is. We do what it do. So Ghana has increased its budget deficits, and it has increased its debt level, and its overall financial health has not had a chance to rebound. So Ghana, let's tell a little more of financial news that we found out. That Ghana has sold most of the nation's international bonds in the later part of 2021, which forced the government to deepen expenditures and cut last week's to 30% of the planned budget for 2022. Yeah, wow. All the time I talk about, I've been to school and I have my master's in business. And, you learn things and you see things. But this is kind of troubling, just to say the least, that the government says the government forced the government to deepen its expenditures cuts last week. And it's only 30% of the planned budget for 2022. So what happened to the other 70%? How is that going to get funded? How is that going to operate? Where is that 70%? Is that in being cut from housing, schools, public transportation, building hospitals? Where's that money That's 70% being cut from. I mean, can we really afford for that 70% to be cut in a time like now? You know, I have to ask myself that. I have to ask you that, my family. Like, what do you think? What's really going down? Yeah, people are responding, and so again, let's just say that one last time. Ghana has sold the nation international bonds in the later part of 2021, which forced the government to deepen expenditure cuts last week to 30% of the planned budget for 2022. I wonder how many other nations have to do that. You know, because I'm not gonna just, you know what I mean? I like to play both sides. I'm a Libra, and we like to see balance. Balance is in the world, and in the world right now, it's such unbalance. But I like to, people say play the devil's advocate. No, I will never play the devil's advocate. Fire burn for that. But I will balance the scales and talk truth and justice and see, without impartiality, without respect of principalities or powers or governments. That I will do. Okay. So now let's go into the T. The T is, according to the speech given last night by our president, Nana Akufo-Addo, starting today, Monday, 3/28/2022, face masks are no longer mandatory in Ghana. Can somebody say, I can breathe? Can somebody say, hey, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I am free at last. Yeah. So, starting today, we are no longer required or is no longer mandatory. You can be compulsory. That's your own personal decision. But right now, it's no longer mandatory. So we can actually breathe. I'm happy to hear that. Yes, Ghana, go forward with this. Yes, blind guy and his wife and their life. You know I love y'all. Y'all been following me from the beginning. Y'all my family. I look forward to seeing y'all in Ghana soon. And you know how we do it. One love. Yeah, worldwide. So again, we are free from wearing masks. It's no longer mandatory. I'm sure a couple of states in America has done that. California, from the Gold Coast, from the West Coast to the Gold Coast, big up for that. I know Florida did that, big up for that. New York did that, big up for that. So it's trending. It's the thing to do. I'm a healthcare professional, and I'm like, I got bronchitis. I need to breathe. May I breathe? As George Floyd said, can I breathe? Yeah. Wow. So let's go on into it. That was point number 1. Point 2, fully vaccinated travelers are allowed entry into land as well as sea borders. That wasn't the case. It's been closed for 2 years. You can't come from Togo. You can't come from here. You can't come from there. Oh, no, you can't do that. So finally, the borders are open from land and sea, which is real good. And I'm happy to hear that. Why do I'm happy to hear that? Because those are our border neighbors. Togo is one of our borders. It borders us to the east. Cote d'Ivoire, I love to say that. Borders us to the west. And then Burkina Faso, they border us to the north. So we love to hear that the borders are open and our brothers and sisters can travel by land and by sea as well by air. We need that. That sounds like, what's the name of us? We are ECOWAS. Give thanks. Interesting according to my good family, the blind guy, his wife, and their life. Interesting for sure. Where the other percentage comes from, Virginia hasn't had a strong mask mandate in a long time. That's real. I know that. I be following the news, even though I'm in Africa. I follow the news in America. I think I know more about American news than America knows about American news, because guess what? They say put it in a book and we won't know. But guess what? We weren't supposed to read. Guess what? We read now. Going in. So going back to this, number 1, according to our president, we are no longer mandated to wear masks. Point number 2, the fully vaccinated travelers are allowed entry through land and sea. Make sure I say that again. Fully vaccinated. Travelers are allowed entry through land as well as through sea. Okay? And then people traveling by air into Ghana who are, again, fully vaccinated are no longer required to take a PCR test from the country of embarkation to allow entry. Can I get a whoop whoop? Yes, tests are $150 USD every test. So every time me and 3 family members come in, I got to chuck up. I'm dig deep $450 just for that test. $450 for us to come in. That it adds up. Okay, so they're saying that we're no longer required to take PCR tests from the country of embarkation to allow entry for the fully vaccinated. And they are no longer tested on arrival. Now, that tested on arrival, let me tell you something. The last time I came, that tested on arrival almost got me sunk because I wasn't able to pay for the test. You have to pay for that test online. And if the online system ain't working, you get screwed. There was many people in the airport, including myself, pulling out umpteen credit cards, trying to put them into the system, and they were denied. And we were almost getting ready to lose the flight the last time we came in, simply because it wasn't allowing us to use our credit card, which we had the money in there because we ain't gonna pull it out and use it. There ain't no money in there because it's a credit card. If there ain't no balance, there's nothing to use. We got that much sense. But at the end of the day, it was a travesty, and we almost missed our plane. Thank you for the people in Jamaica, at the airlines. Thank you to the brothers and sisters, the Ghanaian sisters and brothers at the airlines who said, hey, sis, we got you. You can pay that when you get there on the other side. That's the only way I'm here to talk to you now, because that would have been a travesty going in. So it's still $150 if you're not vaxxed. No, it's not. The 150, the 150, they didn't even answer that. They didn't even, let's just be honest, they didn't even answer that yet. Because we know that was some of my summaries at the end, some of my unanswered questions. Good questions, blind guy and his wife, as usual. Y'all pay attention in class. Put them students to the front of the class. I'm a teacher. Put them students to the front of the class because they actually paying attention. I love y'all. Going in. So the fully vaccinated people, we are allowed entry through land and sea. And the people traveling to Ghana who are, again, fully vaccinated are no longer required to take the PCR test from the country of embarkation to allow entry, meaning the country you're leaving from. They got all these big words. The country you're leaving from. So I'm leaving from America, going to Ghana, so the point of embarkation is America. So I no longer need that PCR test to get on the plane. And then once you get to Ghana, guys, let's say another whoop, 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 whoop. You don't have to pay $150 to take a test on arrival, because you used to have to pay that $150 before you got on the plane. This 48 hours, 72 hours, 24 hours, whatever they got now. They go from 72 to 24, depending on what government you're dealing with. And then once you got to Ghana, they're like, that ain't good enough. Could y'all just check out another $150 per person, per family member, per time you travel, just so as to make sure that that test you took 72 hours ago, 48 hours ago, 24 hours ago is valid. And so now each person is $300 extra just to get on the plane and to clear customs and immigrations. So yeah, I give a whoop whoop for that one, because guess what? Fair exchange ain't never robbery. Here we go. So that is good tea for all of us, who are fully vaccinated. And then citizen and foreign residents who are not fully vaccinated are required to produce a negative 48-hour PCR test result on arrival and will be offered a vaccination on arrival. So what they're saying here is citizens and foreign residents who are not fully vaccinated are required to produce a negative 48-hour PCR test result on arrival, and they will be offered a vaccination on arrival. Now, that language changed a little bit from the last time we did this. You should see my next video. I'm going to put the link to the bottom of that in this description, because that wasn't the language before. Oh, no. We pay attention. Yeah. Ain't valedictorians in classrooms for nothing because we ain't paying attention. Oh, yeah, we pay attention to detail. So the language has changed a little bit. Now it's saying that it will be offered on arrival. Before it did not say that. Check the video. As I said, it's in the bottom of the link. Hey, brown coat, blue, greetings from the motherland. And you know, we always say, Alua Continua, the struggle continues. Yep. So that's the distinction now. They're no longer masked in Ghana. That's one. Two, you can actually cross the border from Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, as well as Burkina Faso. And you can enter by land and sea. Oh wow. See, this is the love. All of this family is from my blind guy, his wife, and their life. They've got me interested in so many interesting people on the internet. Another one is Black Tropical Homestead. Brothers and sisters who doing the do, who actually grow their food and keep it real. I like to say, they say, good morning, soil sister. I like that. That's a t-shirt. Soil sister. Thanks for this information. I'm ready for an awesome trip soon. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's time. And we're going to talk about that, but we're going to go into the facts a little bit. I do thank you for tuning in, and I thank you for being here, because you know what? Word sound is power. Words do have power. We have the power to uplift. They also have the power to destroy. Say something good to somebody and uplift their day. How about it? Especially to a brother or sister who may have had a hard day. You could just use a little come up and a little strength, a little positive energy. That's what I'm about. Positive energy, straight from the motherland, love and light for the motherland. Yep. So going into number 3, citizens and foreign residents who are not fully vaccinated are required to produce a negative 48-hour PCR test result on arrival, and will be offered a vaccination on arrival. So what I'm gathering from this, brothers and sisters, is you're no longer having to take that $150. You still have to take you still have to take that if you're unvaccinated. From what I'm reading, from what I heard him say, is you still have to have the negative PCR test if you're unvaccinated. You still have to have that. Yeah. Within 48 hours of getting on the plane. But once you arrive in Ghana, you don't have to pay that $150 per family member. Like if you got 5 children and you come to Ghana, you just have to put out $750. I mean, you have 3 children, your wife and yourself. That's 5. 5 times $150, $750. Just like that. So you can see how expensive this can get, especially if you're somebody who goes and comes, especially if you're somebody in business, especially if you're somebody doing business, or you have a family. Like my girlfriend's father died, my other girlfriend's mother died. I mean, life-changing things. My other sister, she's there because her daughter is graduating from college, and she has had her grandbaby. Those kind of things you want to attend, but those are added costs that we cannot afford as a people. So that's why I'm clapping, because it's already expensive to buy a ticket. It's not cheap. You know, when you're talking about buying 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets and doing all that, you could have bought a car. I mean, at least a good used car. So every penny saved is a penny that we need. Yeah. One cocoa full basket. Okay. So the difference between the two is, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to do either one of them. You don't have to take the 48-hour test, and you don't have to take the antigen test upon arrival. If you're not vaccinated, then you have to just get the usual test that you get on the airline with. So that's the difference. It's a big difference when you're adding up. Not vaxxed for foreigners is still a no-go, needed for a visa. I hope they start allowing the use of antibody test results. Yeah, that was one of the things I heard them say last night too, was that coming now. So y'all need to go and get y'all visas quick, because that's the new thing. They're saying, he said last night that he's going to talk to them and tell them that in order to get a visa, they're going to have a COVID test. A vaccine card in order to get a visa for Ghana. So this is off the table, but you know, when one thing is off the table, it's certainly something else on the table, because they seeing down the pike, guy. We just trying to see around the corner. They seeing around the pike. So with this being said, go and get your visa. If you don't have a visa for Ghana, hopefully y'all have passports, because I know a lot of us, we don't even have passports. But if you're planning on going to Ghana now, please go and apply for that visa before this is enacted. Do yourself a favor. Yeah, those visas, make sure you apply for a 3-year visa, not a 1-year. 3-year multiple entry. That's the best visa out there is. Okay, blind guy, his wife, and their life. We had looked at those 1,500 base costs for the 5 of us for the test fees. Like, yeah. I can't tell you how much money I spent on those. I don't even want to talk about it. It's a cost, and it's just me and Marcus. So I can only, I don't know. I'm a widow. It's just us two. But what if I had more? Like what if the girls wanted to come? He's the only one who wants to be here. So that's why he's here. The rest of them like, I don't know. And I get it. But at the end of the day, it's an expenditure that's adds up. When you keep adding it up and adding it up, it adds up to a lot of money that we just don't have. We be saving for this. We be planning for this. It ain't like most of us got $10,000, $15,000 to just spend on a trip. Let's be honest. So these added expenditures close the doors to a lot of people. Okay, and that's what happened. So his final point was, let's just go back to this because you know me. I'm into truth. So my name is Maud. I ain't into all of that. I'm into the truth. Tell me the truth. It's like you don't want to know. Oh, yes, I do. Tell me. Would you prefer the truth or a lie? I prefer the truth. I can't take a lie. I can handle the truth. Okay. So his final thing was all person activities like churches and mosques, concerts, outdoor events can resume to full capacity as long as the attendees are fully vaccinated. So, like Afrochella, I guess that's back on. It was on anyway. Let's be real. Let me get some water. Please excuse me. Wow. So that means you can go back to church. Everything is fully, the funerals, when they were counting down how many people could go and how many people can go into church, how many people can go into mosque, that's no longer in existence. So that's a good thing. So my key points is I just want to go over point number 1. You don't no longer have to make masks in Ghana. That's another fee. That's another expense, buying masks every day. Girl, please. I'm a nurse. Lucky I got something free. Bam. Yeah. Hand sanitizer, all that. That's money. I mean, when you're running a business, I ran my business. I had to provide that to my customers because the state said that, the government said that, and everyone said that. That's an added expense. So wherever you can save me money, I love to save money. I'm not the girl that loves to spend money. I'm the girl that loves to save money. Yeah, because a rainy day could be around the corner. Okay, brown coat blue. At least they're making the effort. It's very encouraging. I think we'll get the full removal soon enough. I do too, my brother. I really do. I really do. At the end of the day, economics run the world. Yeah. Microeconomics and macroeconomics. That's what education teaches you. Yeah. Even reading, I mean, you ain't got to go to school. You can read it on the internet. Everything's on the internet. You can study anything you want to study. Don't make it that if you don't go to school, we don't learn. Every day should be a learning experience for our people because guess what? We don't know a lot. And we're not willing to admit that. But the information is there. And remember, we weren't supposed to read. I say that every day. Read more. Yeah, read more. It's imperative to our survival. So at the end of the day, economics is running this game. And they had to make some decisions. We went back to the beginning of our conversation when we said they had to cut the budget and they can only fund 30% of the budget for the 2022. Bottom line, they can only fund 30% of the budget for 2022. Economics running. How much money did we make? How much money did Ghana make in the year return? Billions that they didn't make in 2018, 2017, 2016. Okay, so after they closed the borders, after you told everybody they have to be inoculated to go or come out of the country, the money fell off. The money fell off. People start saying, Maybe I'll check out Tanzania. Or maybe I'll go to Senegal, or maybe I'll go to the Gambia. We ain't doing all that stuff. Because, y'all think we ain't smart. I know everybody think we ain't smart, but we're real smart. Because we know the okie doke when we see it. We've been trained by the best. So let's be clear. We've been trained by the best, so we know the okie doke when we see it. So the reality is economics run the world. And 30% of the budget, 70%, let's say it the other way because I'm a teacher. 70% of the budget will not be funded for 2022 because of the actions of 2021 and 2020. Let's be clear, because that's what school taught me. So we're making some changes, some much needed changes, because if we keep going down that road, what's 2023 going to be like, the budget? So what we need to do is go back to what we were doing in 2019 when we were bringing in billions of dollars extra into the economy. What were we doing different now than we were doing then? 2019, you said with the year of return, you welcomed diasporans from all over the world. You said, come on, this is your home. If they don't want you, we can have you. We'll have you. That's what you said. Your words, not mine. Come on. Like we said in Jamaica, come back to Jamaica, your new island home. So, okay, after you do all of that, and then all this other stuff come into play, people start scratching their head, or shaking their head and sending all kind of, wondering like, what the hell happened? And I'm saying to you as a sister, I'm a sister here. I'm a crown sister here. I am here trying to make a difference. And I say to you, as a sister who believes in the mission, back to Africa, not even back to Africa, because we don't do back on my roster, forward, forward ever, and backward never. But with that being said, you have to listen to the voice of the people. Because see, at the end of the day, that's what's going to make a difference. Nobody's listening to the voice of the people. In America, in Africa, in Bosnia, in any country, they're not listening to the voice of the people. But again, I keep telling y'all, it's people. The power is in the people. Let me say that again. The power is in the people. It always has been. Don't let it get twisted. The power is in the people. You will make the decisions the government will make the decisions that's necessary for them to survive, but they will also backtrack when necessary to keep the system from falling or crashing. And that's what's happening right now. And we'll just keep that 100. So you no longer have to worry about coming to Ghana. I know our president has gotten the message, because money talks and bullshit walks. It's just simple game. Game recognized game. And this thing here called closing the borders and telling people what they got, for the life of me, I didn't even know all our civil liberties, y'all. It ain't even about all this mess no more. Right now it's about our civil liberties as people. What we going for and what we ain't going for. We have to make a stand. This is only the beginning of what's coming down the road. So we have to take a stance. And I think the people's voice has reached to the powers that be. And I thank you, President Nana Akufo-Addo, for seeing and addressing the needs of the people. I thank you for that. Yeah. Blind guy, his wife, and their life, we can just look around and see the economic forces without reading one thing, the way this is playing out. That's what I'm saying, my sister. On TV the other day, they said cash is king. It is king. Cash is king. They're showing that even in the mortgages thing that's going on, that people coming in buying properties, cash offer only. That's what's winning. So you can't tell them, I will pay you in credit in 30 days. No, they cash offers. So they have certain companies now in America that will do that for you. They'll buy it for you. They'll take their money, cash offer, and buy the house for you, and then charge you 1%. Sweet deal. But that's the way this is going. So the small mom and pop, you and me, we're not gonna be able to buy a house in the future because we ain't gonna have that cash money up front unless we're willing to go through a third party and get another 1%, 1% in closing, 1% in this, 1% in that. It adds up when you're talking about hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars that we have to pay out of pocket. That's added to the bill at closing. So it's a lot going on, brothers and sisters, that we have to be cognizant of. Follow the news, see what's going on, see what's coming down the pike. Set your life, set your family's life in a better way, because it's coming, and they come in full force, and only the fittest of fittest shall survive. So again, Nana, I give you one up for this one. I give you more up for the people in the diaspora who said, we ain't coming over there. We ain't coming. I think I'll just stay home and hold on to my money. I give it up for all of you in England. I give it up all for you people in the islands. I give you all the people in America. I get Central America, all over, who said, hell to the no. Hell to the no, no, no. That's what the preacher said. Hell to the no, no, no. Because see what happens? Then they have to adjust the situation accordingly. Because at the end of the day, it's all about microeconomics and macroeconomics. One is good for the individual, one is good for the aggregate good. And this is the one they're fighting, the aggregate good. For the individual, that was fine. But for the aggregate good, it wasn't going. And that's why they had to change the policy. So that's where we are. So I keep telling y'all, the powers in the people. I seen that in Jamaica over and over and over. When stuff wasn't right, people used to just block the road, turn over cars, burn down everything, not their own personal property, black people. They burn down their stores and stuff and all that. Nah. They don't have no store to go to when it's over. They didn't do that one. But they did block the road and burn old cars or whatever. Like, we're not going for it. The gas too high. The road ain't fixed. The school needs to be fixed. We need a new hospital. Whatever the reason, people will take that to the streets. And I love that. Because the power is in the people. Yeah. So, in closing, let's just go off over the 3 points, because some people talk about revolution. The revolution only means change. That's what it means, change. Change is inevitable. We're in flux, constant change. So I'm a revolutionary because I'm in constant change. I'm in the metaphor. Into metamorphosis. Yeah. So let's go over our 3 main points. 1, you are no longer mandated to wear mask in Ghana. Hoop, hoop, beep, beep. I can breathe. Exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. That's just fresh air. Wow. Okay, that's 1. 2, the fully vaccinated, quote unquote. You know why I say that? The fully vaccinated are allowed through land and through sea, and also by air. And they're no longer required to take a PCR test before embarking on their trip to Ghana. And then they're no longer required, once arriving in Ghana, to take a PCR test on arrival. So that's saving $300 per person, per travel, per entry. That's number 2. Number 3, citizens and foreign residents who are not fully vaccinated, they have to come with a PCR test within 48 hours. But upon arrival, they are no longer required to take that PCR antigen test. So that's a savings of $150 per person, per travel, per entry. And then finally, citizens are able to resume full activities in the churches, mosques, sporting events, parties, outdoor events, concerts, as long as they're fully vaccinated. So that is our information for today. I hope you found that an interesting word, sound, and power family. Let me just go into brown coat blue. Flights to Ghana about 2.5 times the normal price right now. Yeah, well, come on. Let me just address that. Yeah, the gas prices all over the world. It's gone up, y'all. It's going up right now. I mean, I will say to you, brothers and sisters in the States, at least your gas is sold by the gallon. Ours is sold by the liter. Oh, they giving it to us. And it don't even make sense. Oil comes from here. I mean, we got you like the Beverly Hillbillies have oil in their backyard, like Jed Clampett. We got oil in our backyard here in Ghana, y'all. Yeah, we got oil. So our prices is going up just as high as yours. So please, girl, all I can say is power to the people. Uh, we we could be in World War III for all I know. I don't even know, brothers and sisters, what to tell you, but I know the prices are going up, so we're gonna have to pay it. Like, no, I missed the last person. You just got over. Blind guy and his wife. Then they're like, said, "Hell to the no, 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 no." My sister played that record for me. She's a Christian woman. She's a Christian, and she played that. I said, "Is the pastor asked to cut? Is the pastor actually cussing?" She said, "Yeah, because sometimes you got to. Hell to the no, no, no." That's old school. Big mama, daddy, all y'all down south, big up, enough respect. Anyway, yeah, everything is going up. Prices to Ghana, the flights are brown coat blue, 2.5 times the normal price. But that's what it is. It's another part of the game to keep us from wanting to come or having the finances to come. But guess what? We find the money as a people. My mother them never had the money. They found the money. You feel me? Like when we used to go to the store, it was layaway. We didn't get our stuff. She didn't go to the store and buy our stuff. We wasn't that kind of black people. We looked in the book, saw what we wanted, and went to the store and saw what we wanted. My mother put it on a layaway. That's how we do stuff. They find the money. It's better to find the money than put it on credit and then have to pay them back that money with a percentage over time, and it ain't making no money for you. So yeah, we can do that, sis. I know it's more. Let's wait till the prices go down. I know it's kind of high right now, but you know what? It'll come back down. And if not, then it's what you value. I'm sorry, it's a brother. Well, see, see my son. That's Marcus Garvey. He said it's a brother. I don't know because I'm on the internet. But anyway, no disrespect intended. The reality is things are going to go up. It's called inflation. Everything is going up. Let's be real. It's what you value, and we as black people find money for what we want. So I'm just going to say it's what it is. So sorry to say that, but the system is a fraud. Yeah. So in closing, family and friend, I thank you for tuning in. I just wanted to give you all that bitter tea. The president spoke last night, and being that good permanent resident, I want to know what's going on and what's going down. So I'm going to tune in, and then once I tune in, I'm going to tune my family in, because guess what? Hot tea is hot tea anyway. Yep. Hot tea is hot tea anyway, and I love y'all, and I give thanks for everything. Black Tropical Homestead, many blessings to you, beautiful soul sister. Have a wonderful day. We appreciate you. I don't want to say, brother, we appreciate you more, because that's back at you. A family to me is everything. You know what I'm saying? Family is the foundation of a nation. So you're my family. We're family, and ain't no stopping us now.
So we don't make this mistake.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Yep, I'm a bro. All good. See. But I bet you won't catch me again. Cause see, now I know who you are. Yeah. Hopefully you'll come to Ghana and let me meet you one day. Cause guess what? It's on and popping over here. And no matter what it is, how harder the battle, the sweeter the victory, family. I want y'all to keep that in mind when it gets tight. The best feeling I have in the world is being the majority. I don't know how many of my brothers and sisters actually experience that in their life. Being in a place where there are a majority. When you look around east, west, north, and south, you are the majority. That's the feeling I feel over here. We run everything. Same like in Jamaica. You look around, it's us, 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 us. But over here, it's even more prevalent. I mean, we're everywhere. And I like that feeling of not being the minority. You know, it took us almost 60 years old to be able to be just sitting down. I mean, I've visited, I've lived places from here, and and all of that and all of that. But yeah, I like the feeling of nobody watching me all the time. That record, I always feel like somebody's watching me. That's that feeling. I don't feel that over here. So I want to say much love to blind guy, his wife, and their life. I hope to see y'all coming to Ghana very soon. You know you're always welcome here, and yeah, we family. We don't have you don't have to stay in no hotel when you come here. You know how that's how I feel about y'all. Unless you want to. But if you want some good vegan food, you don't have to come check me out. Sisters Vegan is going to be opening soon. That's a whole nother video. We over there doing the renovations to it, the build out, and it's going to be fabulous. Vegan, vegan, vegan. You know what I'm saying? Deep, 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 deep pockets. It's going to cost us. But guess what? We come in here to educate our people that food is medicine and medicine is food. Okay, Brown Coat Blue. I was there a month last year. I'll be back and come and visit y'all. Make sure you come to Sisters Vegan Restaurant for the best Italian food in East Lagoon. We're stepping up, Rasta moving on up. That's how we do it. Yeah, large and direct. But anyway, family, we ask you a couple of things. Always subscribe to our channel. And bring like-minded people to our channel because we're building a family, a nation of people with one thought, one God, one aim, one destiny. That's what we're building. It ain't what you see is what you get. This ain't no YouTube. Some people I'm a YouTube influencer. I'm no. What you see is what you get. I'm as real as you see on this screen. That's what you're gonna get. I don't throw no punches. I'm an old school sister. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud, sister. That's me. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. What you see is what you get. So if you don't like this, I get it. It may be too much for you because we're about the emancipation, of the black race. We're about the uplifting of the black woman. We're about the educating of the black child. And we're about no more demasculating the black man. That's what we're about. So if this ain't what you're about, I totally get it. I'm going to lose some subscribers. And I'm down with that. What I do want to gain is like-minded people who are ready to build this family, who are ready to build this nation, and who are about the redemption of Africa. Those are the people I'm looking for. Anybody else? Show me out of that. As my sister would say, miss me with that. But that's, as I said in the beginning, please subscribe. We always love your subscription. We also ask you to give us a thumbs up so we continue to bring this conscious content from the continent. And then we also ask you to just share with like-minded people because each one teach one. That's our goal. We'll leave no one behind if each one decides to teach one. I love y'all. Alua continua, the struggle continues. Blessed love.